Hello and welcome to the Thursday Night GT Championship by Race Department on Project Cars 2 for PS4. Welcome to round 3, and tonight we are at the legendary track of Spa-Francorchamps, again in Belgium, just like last week. So we stayed at the small country in Belgium, and we have started the qualifying session for the feature race. So the feature race will be 18 laps around this track in the Ardennes. It's a 7-kilometer track with 20 turns in total, and I will take you through the tracks, through the turns on board with one of our drivers, and I'll take you through a couple of the drivers. Here we are with Boyraxer14, also known as Benji, and there are a couple people out there already doing their warm-up lap currently, so we won't be seeing any times for the next, well, minute and a half probably, or about 2 minutes. Fastest time around this track during practice sessions was a 2 minute 18 by Gazer. I'll get you here. Gazer 123 in the BMW M6 GT3, winner of last week's feature race at Zolder. So it's early in the morning in the in-game race time. It is currently 7 a.m. and that has everything to do with tire and engine temperatures. And you can see a couple of cars weaving, warming up their tires. That's not really coming in quite handy for Gazer, because I think he is already on a fast lap. So almost everyone is out except for these two guys, and that is because they made a switch to the Porsche. I will explain a bit about that, because in this season, very short season, drivers are not allowed to change cars once they have chosen one in the beginning of the season. But there was a new patch which came out yesterday for Project Cars 2, and well, they tested their cars, and these two, PS Kubi and Mildenman 27, and they are teammates, and they were driving the Nissan GTR. But after the patch, the car became, well, fairly undrivable. So there was decided that they could do a one-time switch this season and make a switch to, well, they chose the Porsche, but as a penalty they are not allowed to qualify for the remainder of the season. So they will be able to watch the live stream, and we have Ben Mildenman 27, commenting on our live chat, and that he and Scooby, which is PS Scooby 555, are in car number 14, and Ben is in car number 17. So they are driving for Scooby-Naldo GT. Alright, as you can see, the first lap times have been on the board. So, Gazer123 did a lap of a 118.6. And that's almost a second faster than the current man in P2, which is P. Scott Live 85, Paul Scott, and Paul is in the number 92 Lamborghini. So that's a pretty good time in the Lambo. A 2.19.5, closely followed by Benji in the Audi R8, the number 28 Audi. And I even believe that this Audi is one of the WRT Audis, which I believe is actually a Belgian team. Not that important though. Okay, so Benji is currently in third, Boy Raxer 14 in a 219.7, coming through Blanchimont right here. Braking hard for the bus stop chicanes. And to the finish line. Which is a lot better that they moved the finish line. And that is a new pole time. And that's a 2:17.8. That is really fast. So Benji is now currently in first. Well, as I was saying, the starting line, if I can find someone, no, Gazer just crossed it. In Project Cars 1, the starting line was right here, which is not used that often anymore, I believe. But now for Project Cars 2, they are using the Formula 1 starting line, which is, in my opinion, better because of turn 1, which is the source, the tight right hairpin, and Gaz is of course out of the pits to try to take back that pole position from Boy Raxer 14. Let's go further down the grid. Here we are with Seeks44, who just pitted again. Jonathan Seeks in the number 0 Ferrari. Let's go back to someone who is on track. Here we have Super Scrub, Liam Stead. And yes, we see you flashing your lights. No, he's just letting Liam by in the BMW M6. Liam is driving the 48 Ferrari. Teammate of Seeks44 is currently in 5th place. Okay, so let's get a bit further down the road with half of the qualifying session done. Here we are with RDF1 Adam Morris. He is the league organizer and also, of course, one of the drivers in the TNGTC. Adam is Benji's teammate, Boy Raxer 14's teammate, and is driving the number 6 Audi. Currently also in 6th position. with a 2:20.7. Going to the man in 7th place, Robert G, +1 up in the Hot Wheels Audi, which is either the number 5 or number 10. It's the number 5. Going through Lacombe over here. So he's doing a 2:20.8. Just not even a tenth slower than Adam. Then we have Liam, which we saw him passing Ice Super Scrub. Liam at Thurso is Gazer123's teammate. Has the same livery of the BMW M6, only in white. This is the number 44. He is currently doing a 2:46, but that will change very rapidly. Let's see here. There he is, now in 3rd place with a 18.4. So that's half a second slower than Benji's ultra fast hot lap around Spa-Francorchamps. And of course here the famous Eau Rouge and Radeon combination. Okay, let's see where our pole sitter is. It's going downhill and passing sector line. He is in his warm-up lap, so let's just follow him for a second. And here he is through Radeon, Blanchimont. And on to the pit stops. Let's get on board with Benji, and I'll take you, or actually he will take you for a round around Spa-Francorchamps. So here is start finish. Up to La Source, the very tight right hairpin. Could cause some mayhem there in lap 1. And then up to Eau Rouge, that's actually right here, the first left-hander. Then uphill, this is Eau Rouge, this is Radeon. This is actually an elevation of 40 meters. So imagine how that is for a roller coaster ride if you're driving a real car like this. A long straight, the Camel Straight into Lacombe. And another right hairpin, not as tight as La Source, but it's a very slow one. Bruxelles, which is French for Brussels. Corner without a name. Turn 11 is that. And now we are on our way to Pouhon. A very fast corner, but you'll have to slow down just a bit. Back to 4th gear. Step on it again. And then this is called Campus, also known as the Piff Path. And this corner is called Stavelot. It's one of the small villages around the circuit. And here we are almost at Blanchimont, where Max Verstappen did a great overtake 2 seasons ago. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Gas just set a new fast lap. Fastest lap. Alright, here the bus stop chicanes. Very tight. We'll probably see a couple of people going over shooting over, just going too fast into these tight chicanes. And that's a lap around Spa. Let's get trackside again, and as you can see, Gaz did a 2:17.5. That's 3/10 faster than Benji. So Boy Raxer is back to second position. Alright, let's see. Paul is still in the pits in 4th place with 3 minutes to go, so I don't know if we're going to see him on track before the actual race starts, but I think he will just take 4th. Let's go to his teammate. This is Jamie F430, and Jamie is in the 93 Lamborghini and is passed by RDF1 Adam Morris, going through the comb in the bright yellow Lambo. Whoa, spun out there. Just kept it out of the wall. So that will be no improvement for his lap time, but he still has 3 minutes. So maybe he will be able to improve his time and gain 1 or more positions on the grid. He's doing a 21.1 right now, so that's about 3 to 4 tenths slower than Robert G plus 1 up, who's in 8th, and it's all pretty close here. You can see that there's between Jamie and Adam is about half a second, so that's not very much. Between Adam and I Super Scrub is over a second. So Adam is known as a very fast and consistent driver. Somehow I expected he would be more up there around 4th, 5th place, but maybe he just couldn't get a good lap out. This is a hard track though. I joined a practice session somewhere this week, and my fastest time so far, just did a few laps, was about a 22.5, I think, 22.8. So, and this is a pretty hard track with a lot of tight corners and long straights where you can overtake if you have a good exit. So overall, it's a pretty challenging track. We haven't seen this guy before this qualifying session. This is Doko 1983. Of course, we have seen the livery before, but this is the number 10. So Doko is Robert G plus 1 up's teammate, and we have 25 seconds to go officially. Will Jamie be able to get higher up? Going through Roussel, turn 11. Ooh, going a bit wide there. The Lambo is actually known for his high lawn mowing qualities. We've seen that in the last season. And Jamie is a very good lawn mower, as we know. So maybe he will do some lawn mowing here in Belgium. in the early morning of April 12th in game, and in reality, of course, as well. Okay, so qualifying is officially complete. All drivers on track are allowed to finish their lap, and then we will go to the starting screen. But first we will see if Jamie, and he's going wide again there, barely is able to keep it on the track. That was a tricky one, especially at those high speeds. There he goes. And no, as expected, no improvement. So that will be a 9th starting place for the 93 Koseki Lamborghini driven by Jamie F430. Qualifying is complete. There are still 90 seconds on the clock, as you can see. So we'll just have to wait, and after those 90 seconds we will go to the ready up screen, and the ready up screen will give the drivers 2 minutes to set their fuel and pit strategies, which are very important, especially here at Spa. It's a pretty long pit stop, especially with that coming out of the pit stop on the inside of La Source. So if you have to go for another pit stop, that is not a good thing. Excuse me. So we are about to start. This is of course live on YouTube on the official TNGTC channel, the Thursday Night GT Championship, powered by Race Department on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation 4. We are live, and this is also a live chat on YouTube, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just type them in, and we'll get back to you either through the comments or on live chat. We are also still looking for a couple of drivers. There are some spaces, as you can see. I'll get through these. Gazer 123 on first, Boy Raxer 14 on second, RDF1 Adam Morris. So the timing was a bit off. He is in third place. Liam in fourth. P. Scott Paul in fifth. We'll go through the rest of the field here because we still have 2 minutes. Let's select the map. Okay. So Paul Scott in fifth. And he is in the Lambo. 644, Jonathan Seekings in the number 0 Amara Ferrari in 6th place. Very nice position by Seeks, well done there. I Super Scrub, Liam Stead is in 7th in the Ferrari, Seeks' teammate. Robert G plus 1 up in the Hot Wheels Audi, the number 5, 8th place. Jamie in 9th in the 93 Lambo. Doko in the number 10 Hot Wheels livery, also in 10th place. And then we have the Scubinaldo GT drivers, the number 14 Porsche, driven by PS Scooby 555, also known as Nathan, and his teammate in the number 17 Porsche, Ben Milden, Milden Man 27. So that's the grid for tonight. As you can see, like I was saying, we have 12 drivers tonight. There is room for 16, so we still have 4 spots left. If you are interested, hit us up, send us a message here on YouTube, or look us up on our social media profiles. We are on Facebook. Yes, we still are on Facebook. Okay, we are about to start. Going through turn 1, the lights are on. And we are going. That's a very good start by Paul Scott. Let's see. First corner is pretty tricky. Camera is a bit close. No damage there. Everyone got through turn 1. And there is a battle between the teammates, Benji and Adam. Adam overtook his teammate and is now in second place behind Gaz, who's leading the pack, going through Kemmel Straight. And they all get a nice tow, and you can see the Ferrari doing some bit of lawn mowing there. How are we doing here? Camera's a bit tricky here. All going well here. You can see a little battle going on. And there is Seeks, followed by PS Scooby. Going for a bold move. Turn 11. And in front you can see there's a nice row. And who is that going wide? That was one of the Hot Wheel Audis. There is quite some action in the back. Let's see how it is on front. Gaz is still leading. In the 45 BMW M6 GT3. So it's Spa-Francorchamps Racing on first position, followed by the boys in Snake Night Racing. And then Liam is in fourth, also Spa-Francorchamps Racing. And after that, it's a very exciting Paul Scott train. And someone goes wide there. And I think that was Seeks. That must have been some damage for Seeks. And one of the Porsches is going wide. That was Ben Milden. I definitely need more screens, and that's a contact. So Super Scrub is being hit by one of the Audis. That is going to be something for the stewards to investigate after the race. He definitely gained a position there. Seeks now in 7th, so the damage of the bus straight mustn't have been that bad. Let's get back to, or was it the other Audi who has given back the place? That was quite hard to see. I thought it was Robert. Back to Paul Scott. He broke free from his own train. And we have someone way in the back here. That is Jamie. He must have gone to the pits to get some repairs done. And Super Scrub overtook Doko for 10th position. We have up there, Seeks is chasing PS Scooby. And PS Scooby is, he's about a second down on Robert G. Let's get back to the front. How is Gazzer 123 doing? Going through the the bus stop chicane. And is still leading after 2 laps. But Adam Morris is only a second away. Not even. It's pretty close. Benji is following Boyrax for 14. And if he was just too far away to get a good tow down Camel Straight. See them getting closer, but it's just not enough. And Liam is losing ground to the top 3, and it even looks like Paul Scott is slowly closing in. He's about 2.5 seconds behind Liam. And let's get back to a bit further down the field. We are with Robert G, who is closely followed by PS Scooby. And the Porsches are making their moves. In the background we can see Ben Milden going for the kill, trying to overtake Seeks. Seeks is on the outside, Ben on the inside. Definitely on the advantage on the outside of that turn, going through PFAF. So Ben couldn't make it stick. Back to Rob, who has lost a position. Oh, sorry about that. To PS Scooby. So PS Scooby has gone up from 11th to 6th within 3 laps. That's very good. Nice move in the Porsche. So I guess they feel a lot more comfortable in the Porsche than they did in the GTR. Going back to Seeks in the FF Corsa Amara Ferrari number 0. Back to the top, where Benji has lost a bit of ground to his teammate, who is still chasing Gazzer 123. Oh, that looks a bit closer than last lap. In the slipstream, that Audi is also very fast. The BMW strength is definitely in its power. Its disadvantages are its weight, which makes it harder to go around corners, and the Audi is better at handling, but has a slightly less top speed. So as long as Adam can stay this close to Gaz, he can get a tow of him and stay close. Once you lose that tow, you will lose a lot of ground. Just like you see, Benji is losing ground. Boyrax of 14 is now a second and a half away from his teammate, but 2.5 seconds in front of Liam, who was in 4th. Going through Pouhon at high speed. Touching the grass there. Looked like he was going a bit too far into that corner, but again, that Audi is good around corners. Difference between those two drivers is still about the same. Exit here is important, as well as the exit from Radion. So up the famous Eau Rouge and Radion. If you have a good exit, you can try to make a move here. And we can see that meanwhile Ben Milton is in the pits, so he must have had some damage there. No chance for Adam to overtake, but did widen the gap to his teammate Boy Raxer 14. Getting back to Ben Milton, who is off again, but lost a couple of places due to that pit stop, and we see, oh, that's contact between Robert and Ice Super Scrub, and that wasn't the best idea to get back and race clashing with his own teammate. I hope Seeks didn't get too much damage from that. That was a frontal hit for him. So they both fell down to 8th and 9th place. While Paul Scott is still in 5th in his 92 Lambo. Doing a very good job. Although in the back he can see PS Scooby coming. He is still 1.6 seconds removed from the number 5 driver. But what will he be able to do within the next few laps? Meanwhile, back at the front, the distance is closed a bit, and that's a new best lap delta for Adam. So that's his personal best of 1:19.2 compared to a 1:19.5 by Gaz. You can see he's now very, very close. If he has a good exit there, cut a bit there, but drivers are allowed to make a couple of cuts or extends during the race at the different hotspots around the track, and Eau Rouge Radion is definitely one of them. And he is almost touching the exhaust tip of Gaz's M6. Can't afford to make any mistakes now. He is close and will have to stay because Gaz is fast and Gaz is consistent. Fortunately for Adam, he is as well. And he was very close, so maybe he will be able to get even closer for next lap. Sorry. And meanwhile, let's get back to what I was saying just before the start. We are looking for drivers. We still have 4 spots open. We race every Thursday night at 8 p.m. GMT, British time, or 9 p.m. Central European time. So if you're interested, if you are into GT3 racing, then well, Google us or just go to Facebook if you are still on Facebook, and just search for TNGTC, which stands for the Thursday Night GT Championship. We are also on Twitter. You can find us at TNGTC as well. We are on Instagram, TNGTC_official. And of course, you can find us on the official race department website, on the forums. Also there, just type in TNGTC in the search bar, and you will be able to find us on the forums, where there is also a registration thread. So if you're interested, send us a message on any of our social media or on the forums, and we will get back to you for a practice session with the guys. A couple of guys practiced almost every night, or at least 3 nights a week, so maybe there is some room for you to show us what you can do. We are also proud to have announced last week that we have teamed up with the Online Racing Network. They are also on Facebook and on Instagram, and they are working with several leagues actually, and the TNGTC race department is one of them. So if you wanna check that out, you can do that at facebook.com/online racing network. So they are working with race department, they are working with Next Gen Racing, and they are working with the Mature Racing Club. They will stream most of the live races we do, and there will be even more racing videos and pictures. So that is where you can find us on social media. Here we are, Lacombe. The distance is still about the same. Benji is losing a lot of ground though. Boy Rexer is now 3 seconds behind his teammate. Here he is. That is Liam in 4th place, who is 3.5 seconds behind Boy Rexer. He is quite on his own because he has a 6-second lead over PS Scooby, who has already caught Paul Scott and is already 2 seconds away. So he is on his way to Liam, coming from 11th place. So he has proven that he is very fast in that rear engined car. It's quite a car to handle. It's very fast. It's a diamond in the rough. But you do have to know how to drive it. It snaps out very easily because the engine is so far back. Okay, so we are almost halfway through the feature race. We are now on lap 8, and we are almost at lap 9 of 18. So we will see the first regular pit stop soon, and there he is already. Liam is the first for his regular pit stop. There's a mandatory pit stop in every feature race. Let's hope that Robert G and his teammate Doko will remember it this week. Last week they forgot to do a pit stop in the feature race. Which got them disqualified, so no points for them there. Here we are with the man in the lead, Gazler 123, still leading, still has Adam Morris on his tail, about 5 seconds. And in the back you can see Benji, Boy Rex of 14. Now 4 seconds behind Adam Morris, so he is losing ground fast. That could be a tire issue. Don't have data on that, sadly. For all you people out there also playing this game, most of you probably know that there are several apps for Project Cars 2. Most of us here are using the RS-Dash app. Very, very good and trusty and diverse app where you can see all your telemetry. Meanwhile, Liam is back on track, has only lost 1 place during his pit stop. And, well, he has proven to be, well, somewhat the king of the undercuts. So he is usually one of the first to enter the pits, but he often knows to gain 1 or 2 positions by doing so. And Gaz and Adam are both in the pits, so Adam chooses to stay close and try to overtake Gaz in the pit straight, a technical overtake, instead of going for another lap. And also Benji is in the pits, very wise. I think he was burning through his tires very fast there. This gives him a slightly better opportunity to get close to the pack again. And let's see where Liam is. He is here entering the bus stop chicanes. Let's go back to Gaz, who is on his way again. And in the back you can see Robert entering the pits. And this is going to be very tight. Well, Liam got away from Adam a bit here. That's a couple of seconds of lead, almost a 4-second lead. And Liam did get close to Benji, so his undercut, well, didn't work yet, but he definitely gained a couple of seconds. So, well, theoretically, it actually did work. And he is now able to make a move on Boy Raxer 14. But Spa is pretty hard to overtake in this twisty sector. The only good place where you can try to overtake the other car in front of you is at Pouhon, which they are approaching right now. But Benji covers it. Liam did get a good exit there, but through P-Path it's practically impossible to overtake unless the other driver makes a mistake. And Doko has left the session. So the number 10 Audi and the Hot Wheels livery has gone. I wasn't aware of his position when he left the session. But now we have 11 drivers left, and in last place is currently Robert G plus 1 up, but he is only a couple of tenths away from Ice Super Scrub. And we have lost another driver. We have lost PS Scooby. Now that's too bad. That's the other Porsche, the number 14, and that must have been a disconnect because he was doing so well, coming all the way from 11th place up to, he was in 5th, past Paul Scott within a lap from 2.5 seconds behind to 2.5 seconds in front. I don't know if that was because of his pace or if P. Scott Live 85 made a mistake there. We will never know. So, 10 drivers left. That means that Robert, who was in 11th, is now still in last place, but is in the points. So all drivers, if they finish, are in the points, and well, that's 1 point for Robert. Okay, so meanwhile we can see that Liam is getting close to Benji. Now Benji is slowly driving away from Liam again. And the gap between RDF1 Adam Morris, the Snakes Unite driver, he is now about 3 seconds behind Gaz, and Gazler 123 still leading the race, setting a fastest lap on race pace, a 2:18.7. is of course a lot lighter than he was at the start of the race. Burned through quite a lot of fuel, and even though there's a mandatory pit stop, there is no refueling. Drives are allowed, but the refueling system is too slow, so it will cost more time than to start with a full tank and just get new tires during the pit stop. Let's see, we've got an exclamation mark here, and we can see that Ben Millen, currently in 7th, started last due to a qualifying ban, is now in 7th place and is chasing Jamie. Jamie in the 93 Lamborghini is behind his own teammate Paul Scott. Jamie, who entered the pits very early on in the race, I think it was even in the first lap, will he try to finish the race on these tires, or will he have to make another pit stop and fall back? And here we have a battle for last place, or actually for 9th place. The loser gets last, and if Robert G is going to overtake I Super Scrub in the the blue and red Ferrari in front of him, he will double the points that he would get if he would finish right now. And Ben is still behind Jamie as they're coming up to Blanchimont. And Jamie goes very wide there, doing a bit of more land mowing here at Spa. Well, I must admit that the guys in Scooby-Naldo GT, the two Porsches, the number 14 and 17, they've chosen a nice livery. So, pretty cool car. They're both good drivers in the Porsche. Such a shame that we have lost PS Kubi, and Jamie is blocking heavily. But will he stand a chance at the Camel Straight? Can only make one defensive move there. Looks like a bit of weaving there. And he kept Ben Milden behind him. So he should just choose a line and defend. This is a bit like Max Verstappen was racing last season at the start of the season. Well, we don't see Ben Milden flash his lights yet, but he is trying. He is definitely faster on some parts of this track. And he is trying, but Jamie is defending what he can. Not giving up that 6th place after that very early pit stop. But I don't know if he will be able to finish the race on tires if he has to go for 18 or 17 laps on one set of tires. He's not going to finish that set. He has to push to stay in front. Oh, and meanwhile here at the front, I think Adam has made a mistake because he is now 6 seconds down to Gaz, and his teammate Benji has gotten a lot closer and is now only 1.3 seconds behind him. Broken a bit free of Liam's white M6. Let's get back to Ben Millen. And they have gone through La Source. They will make another attempt after they've gone through Eau Rouge and Rédillon. He has a good exit there. Stay, get that toe, and then make a move. Jamie's defending the inside. Nope, and without a DRS, the Porsche isn't just not fast enough to overtake, but Jamie goes wide there, defending the inside again. Heavily defending. Knowing Milden Man 27, he definitely will not give up. Let's get him on board there for a second for an action-packed round here at Spa. Going for the outside of P-Path. Not a very wise choice. But you gotta try though. Jamie going very wide there. And a bit of sightseeing and lawn mowing. And it's again here. Whoa, Ben going a bit wide. On the throttle. Through Blanchimont. Just a small lift and brake for the bus stop chicanes, and that's almost contact. That was close. And here he is. Meanwhile, Boy Raxer 14 is close to his teammate Adam Morris. But let's see how this battle is going to finish. Ben has a good exit from the source. Let's see how they go through Eau Rouge, up that hill, through Radio. And Jamie needs to lift. It's quite some power that Lambo has there. And get a tow, get next to him, but he's on the outside. Ooh! And tries the inside. Has a good one there. Let's go track side. He's on the inside for Bruxelles. And he makes it stick. Will Jamie try to switch back through turn 11? Oh, goes wide there. Taking Jamie's example and started lawn mowing himself. Maybe it's part of that position. Going through Poolhole, still in front. And he made it stick. Now he'll just have to make sure that he will be in that position for the next 4 laps. And cross the finish line in 5th. Defending the honor of Scooby-Naldo GT, since his teammate has well, vanished. Alright, so we have a couple of exclamation marks here. Benji is still close to his teammate. They have moved a bit further away from Liam, but Gas has broken free. He is now almost 8 seconds in front of RDF1 Adam Morris. So the race leader in lap 16, only 3 laps to go. And meanwhile, Robert G has overtaken Ice Super Scrub. So Ice Super Scrub is down from 2 to 1 point in the F, of course, Ferrari. They were doing very well in qualifying. Both drivers in the Ferraris in 5th and 6th, but both lost a couple of places, and I think that has also got to do to damage sustained by crashes. We saw Seeks scrape the wall coming up to the bus stop chicanes in lap 1 and hitting his teammate who spun out coming out of Lacombe right here. So that must have caused some aero damage. And Jamie is still chasing Ben. Still close, losing a little bit of ground there. There goes Ballard, and it looks like, oh, going a bit wide there. Of course, Jamie made that very early pit stop in lap 1. I didn't see if he made another pit stop. I don't think so, actually, but his tires must be starting to wear out right now. Back to the Snakes Unite Racing drivers, currently in 2nd and 3rd position. Going uphill here at the beautiful piece of nature surrounding this track. If you ever go to Belgium, try to visit the Ardennes. It's a beautiful place. The track used to be public roads, is not anymore. I actually, or my parents drove there when I was a little kid, when it was still a public road. If you love nature, go there, and if you love racing, definitely go to this track if you ever have the chance. There is a lot of racing. You can go to the Spa-Francorchamps website. Of course, Formula One comes there every year in August. But there's also the 12th hour or the 6 hours of Spa-Francorchamps in the WEC, I think. Is the Blancpain series going to Spa? I don't know. If you do know, let us know. But if you have the chance, I think the 6 hours of Spa, it's not even that expensive to get tickets for. So definitely, if you are in the neighborhood when a race is on, go there. Jamie and Ben are still close. Ben has widened the gap though. And I really think Jamie's tires are going. Yeah, about the app, what I was telling about, great app when you're in a car, especially the app, the RS Dash. I think it's available for both Android as well as iOS. Very decent app. It's too bad that I can't use that telemetry as a race director. So I'm missing out on a lot of telemetry info. I'd like to see tire temperatures, tire degradation, fuel. I can see the fuel here. You can see that we are now watching Boy Raxer 14, Benji. He has just under 10 liters left with only a lap to go. This is the final lap. And here we are with the race leader Gaz, who is going through the final sector. And Super Scrub hit the pits in the final lap. Let's get back to Gaz quickly. And here he is, final time down the bus stop chicanes. And that is a victory for Gazer 123 at the legendary Spa-Francorchamps. Flashing his lights in victory. RDF1 Adam Morris and his teammate Boy Raxer 14 in second and third. A couple of seconds behind. Oh, that is some damage. Liam crashed somewhere in the final stages of the race, but still comes in fourth. So that's still a lot of points for both Spamford Racing and Snakes Unite Racing. Paul Scott, 5th place, very well done. Ben was almost catching on to him. Jamie is currently in 7th, but Seeks is close behind, so what can he do? Goes over the sausage curbs, and that's contact just before the finish line. What does he do? He lets Seeks through, and bumps into him. Did he finish or not? No, Jamie did not finish yet, and don't know what happened there. Could be my timing that is off. Oh well, and here we are with the last driver in the field in 10th place, so that is still a point for Ice Super Scrub, Seeks his teammate, so they both score points for the team. 33 seconds to go, but he should definitely be able to get there across the finish line in time. Final turn. There he goes. That's it for round 3. The feature race at Spa-Francorchamps. And, well, on my screen, Jamie ended up at 13th and PS Scooby in 11th. No points for him. Retired after 9 laps. So that's it for round 3. The feature race at Spa-Francorchamps in the Thursday Night GT Championship, powered by Race Department on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation 4. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for the sprint race, also here at Spa. That will be only 9 laps. So hope to see you there, and if not, good night.